It's only to protect myself. You said we were going to come across some mean fish.
OK. You see the fin that's on the surface of the water?
It doesn't look very friendly.
That's because it belongs to a shark.
Oh, I don't like the way he looks. His eyes scare me.
There are different types of shark. There's the hammerhead shark, the tiger shark, the bull shark, the...
Have they got heads of tigers and bulls then? That's scary.
No, not really. But the most dangerous of all is the great white shark, which can grow up to 30 feet long.
Look, they're everywhere.
If you're feeling brave, come with me to the control room.
Addy! Don't leave me alone! Hey, where are you, Addy?
We're going to look for some more mean fish. Here, for example, is a fish that is so fast you wouldn't be able to escape from it.
Ah! Its eyes are enormous!
Its huge eyes allow it to trap its prey in the dark. It's a barracuda. It's got a long mouth full of very sharp teeth.
Is that how he goes fishing then?
In fact, it's so quick it can gobble up fish in the blink of an eye. But you haven't met the meanest one yet. It's a moray eel. Look, here you can see a moray eel hiding in its hole just after catching some fish, and...
A shark is trying to pinch it! Oh, the shark has won! Look, it didn't even leave one little bit! Disgusting!
You know, Whoops, a moray eel just waits patiently in its hole to catch anything that passes in front of it. Even a careless Whoops. And it really hurts when it bites because its fangs are poisonous. I'm going to show you another mean sea animal, but this one is a reptile, not a fish.
I know! It's a crocodile!
Good, Whoops. It is in fact the sea crocodile, the most dangerous one of its species.
Could you switch the light back on, please? Because if there are crocodiles about, I want to see them coming.
We often only see its snout and its eyes poking up through the water.
Oh, he's so fat, that croc!
You shouldn't make fun of it. Once it's spotted its prey, it can move very quickly through the water thanks to its very powerful tail.
It should stay on the riverbank then.
You still have to be careful. It could catch you, take you into the water and drown you.
But Addy, why are they all so mean?
In fact, these animals aren't really that mean. They're only that way if people are careless and get in their way.
Well, I can use my tail to propel myself too, just like the croc. Look! Kitchen has been spotted! Forward! Whoops! See you later, friends!
OK, see you soon, Earthlings.
Which are the meanest fish, Addy?
Sharks are, of course, mean, but moray eels and barracudas are equally dangerous. And the sea crocodile can be just as bad too.
How do fish breathe in water, Addy?
Excellent question, Whoops. I have one for you too. What is it that fish breathe?
Well, I always thought that fish breathe oxygen, just like us.
Well done, Whoops. You're doing well today. In fact, there is oxygen in the water, but there is much less of it in water than in air.
So, have fish got bigger lungs than us?
No, fish haven't got lungs at all. They have got gills. Gills are openings in the shape of the letter C, which are found on either side of the fish's head.
Ah, so it's got nothing to do with lungs then, huh?
Fish use their mouths to swallow water, and when this water arrives in the gills, oxygen is extracted from it.
So they spend all their lives drinking?
Course not, Whoops. The water circulates, then flows out through openings.
So you're saying they breathe in and out at the same time?
If you like. So that they don't starve of oxygen, fish have to keep moving all the time.
That's like me. If I don't eat all the time, I could die too.
Do you feel better? Was it nice?
Great.
Right, now let's talk about exceptions to this.
I'm sure that dolphins and whales are exceptions.
Absolutely, Whoops. But they're not fish as such, they're mammals.
Oh, the cheats.
Mammals don't have gills, but they have lungs, just like land animals, which means they have to frequently swim to the surface of the water in order to breathe. The rest of the time, they just free dive. Here's another exception, the nudibranch family, to which the sea slugs belong. They also have a different respiratory system. Nudibranches possess external gills, so in other words, they're outside their body, but they work in exactly the same way as gills on other fish. They look like small trees trapping oxygen in the water.
So then, those are the exceptional exceptions.
And finally, there are the sea sponges.
But they aren't animals.
They are. We call them animals because they grow so quickly. They don't have gills or lungs. Instead, sponges have cells which trap oxygen directly whenever they need it.
Ah, OK. And because they're sponges, they're always soaked in water, and so all their cells are in contact with it.
Exactly.
Right. So, now all that's left are fish which blow bubbles and have oxygen tanks.
Are you thinking about humans who dive, Whoops?
Ah, yes. Silly me.
Never mind, Whoops. See you, Earthlings!
Addy, how do fish breathe in water?
Fish have gills, which allow them to extract oxygen from the water. Do you want to play the trumpet, Whoops?
No, look, I'm disguised as a trumpet fish. Ta-da!
Oh, I know the trumpet fish is funny, but it certainly hasn't got a trumpet on its head.
I know, I'm stupid.
Let me show you why this fish is a bit different. You see, instead of swimming horizontally, the trumpet fish swims vertically, head down.
But he's as skinny as a beanpole.
It's in the shape of a tube, so it can balance itself against the current. At night, for example, it hides amongst the algae and is as still as a branch.
Hey, Addy, I like them, but there must be other fish out there that are even funnier.
Of course.
Wow.
Look at this boxfish. At certain angles, it looks almost triangular. And above all, it's got a rigid shell which protects it, but it's found under its skin.
Hey, Addy, it's a really strong boxfish. The fish, strong box. It's a strong boxfish.
Let's go into the control room where I can show you some more funny fish.
And the whoops fish? Isn't a whoops fish funny then, huh? I look like a horse now.
In fact, here is a picture of a fish with the head of a horse and a tail all curled around. Because of that, everyone knows it as a seahorse.
Oh, I'd love to have a tail like that. But I'd attach it to a floating cake and munch on it.
Did you know that some bats can live under the sea?
Oh, no. They don't turn into underwater vampires, do they? They don't feed on the blood of other fish.
Of course not, Whoops. Vampires don't exist. In fact, they just look like bats. Look at their heads, for example.
So, how do they fly underwater, then?
Well, they obviously don't fly, but they don't swim very well either. Most of the time, they walk on the sea floor using their fins.
Well, they don't move very quickly, do they?
No, but there's something that moves even more slowly. It's the nudibranch.
Ooh, it looks like a snail.
It's commonly called a sea slug, and it's like a snail without a shell. Some of them have tubes on their backs which allow them to breathe underwater.
Wow! I'd certainly take him on in any race.
Perhaps you would like to see a whoops fish, eh, Whoops? I rather think this frogfish looks a little bit like you, huh?
Hey, certainly not. I am much more handsome.
Thanks to its bumpy, blotchy skin, it's much better camouflaged than you are.
Well, at least I don't have to be camouflaged to get something to eat. Ha!
See you later, Earthlings, for the next adventures of Whoops the fish.
Addy, which are the funniest fish?
There's the trumpet fish, which swims head down, the boxfish with its rigid shell, the seahorse with the head of a horse, the sea slug, the batfish, and the very strange frogfish.
Addy, will you tell me about sharks today?
OK, but before I do, we've got to find a couple of them. There we go, 2 nautical miles south of here. Wagons roll!
Have I got time for a quick nap?
Look!
Wow! There are loads of them. Right now, let me choose one. Let's talk about, that one over there, with the funny-shaped head.
All right, that is called the hammerhead shark.
Dun dun dun!
It's called the hammerhead shark because the shape of its head makes you think of a hammer.
How did it end up with a head shaped like that?
I was going to say that it looked like Whoops. Good job I didn't. Can you see that its eyes are positioned at each extremity of its head?
I don't really think you can call that a head. I'd say it's more like a kind of boomerang, wouldn't you?
Right. Anyway, the advantage it has is that it can see everywhere at the same time. Behind it, to its sides, and straight ahead.
And to hunt its prey, it just bashes them on the head, right? Bang, bang, bang.
It could, but it actually uses more effective weapons. Look. First of all, it has a series of gel-filled sensors known as the ampulla of Lorenzini, which are situated just above its mouth and allow it to sense the slightest movement of any potential prey around it.
Very useful.
Then it has an exceptional sense of smell. It can detect a tiny drop of blood in about 35 gallons of water.
Well, I can detect a small portion of chips at 100 yards. And I can smell them now.
The hammerhead shark is also an incredibly good swimmer. It can reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour.
That's going some. So, I imagine they hunt whales and killer whales, do they?
No, they feed mainly on squid.
Oh, I see. Those little guys aren't easy to catch, though, are they?
That's true, but thanks to the shape of its head, the hammerhead shark has an incredible turning circle, so catching them is child's play for it. Furthermore, the hammerhead's jaw is...
No, stop. That's enough. How do you expect me to sleep after all this?
Oh, what?
After you've been trying to give me nightmares. Nobody's safe. Anyway, I'm sure they don't just eat squid.
Well, they have been known to attack humans, but that really is very rare.
Exactly!
Oh, stop it now, Whoops. I know you won't have any problem getting to sleep.
I will too.
Well, let's put my theory to the test.
What a great sleep that was. Now, I think it's breakfast time, isn't it?
Let's go. Catch you later, Earthlings.
So, Addy, what is a hammerhead shark?
The hammerhead shark has a head shaped like a boomerang. It's a formidable predator thanks to its sense of smell, its ability to detect the slightest movements, and its extremely powerful muscles.
Look at this, Addy. It's lovely. It looks like pink sweets. Makes you want to eat it.
I don't think you should.
Well, I'm not stupid. I know that they're really only stones.
Not just any old stones, Whoops. It's called coral, and it's alive.
Ah!
There's no need to worry. In fact, your necklace only contains the mineral part of the coral, the stone part. It's a protected species, so no one can remove it from the sea.
I don't understand. How can coral be alive and stone at the same time?
Come see. In fact, coral is made up of polyps, tiny jellyfish which fix onto rocks and protect themselves by forming an outer shell. It's this shell which forms the coral reef, which can be seen on the ocean floor.
So, you're saying that coral is an animal? So, you can eat it? I was so right!
So wrong. The polyp is the animal which creates what we know as coral, but I don't think even you would really want to eat it.
Why not?
Because the polyps look like jellyfish with their mouths protected by a circle of tentacles.
Like an octopus?
Yes, but they also have tiny harpoons on their tentacles.
How awful! And what does it eat?
The polyps share the coral with microscopic algae that produce glucose, which the coral then eats.
Glucose? It's like sugar. Ah! The coral and I have the same tastes!
Yes, most coral is generally found in warm oceans where the sea is clean and the sun is hot.
Ah, sounds perfect for me too. I say, this doesn't make a very good fan. It's full of holes.
There are different kinds of species of coral, hard coral and soft coral. Coral in the shape of a fan like yours. Certain coral even glows in the dark.
That makes it even more appetizing.
Coral is the old man of the sea. Certain types of coral reef are more than 5,000 years old.
And they just keep growing and growing. How big did they get?
Very big. The Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia is over 1,250 miles long. Just imagine, that's even longer than the Great Wall of China.
Amazing!
It grows at a rate of just over 3 inches a year. But some can grow up to 10 inches a year.
Hey, if I grow 10 inches a year, I'll be as tall as you in 5 years' time.
See you next time, Earthlings.
So, Addy, what is coral?
It's a mineral skeleton produced by a small animal known as a polyp, which attaches itself to rocks.
My goodness, Addy, can you eat those big jelly-filled blobby things with the dangly strands underneath?
Certainly not, Whoops. Those are jellyfish.
But I'm not starting my diet until tomorrow. Those jellyfish certainly look appetising, like a kind of transparent creme caramel.
Well, you must not play with them and certainly must not touch them.
Oh, go on. I know I'm a little bit overweight, but I just can't resist. It looks like a kind of apple crumble.
I'm not thinking about your figure, Whoops. You must not touch them because if you do, they could burn your skin.
Right, yes. Well, I think I'd better start my diet today then, don't you?
So watch out, Earthlings, especially when you see jellyfish on the sand or in water.
But how do they burn us, Addy?
Well, a jellyfish has got microscopic harpoons on its skin, which are just little pointy things.
Oh, microscopic harpoons? I can feel myself turning all weak.
These harpoons contain a poison that burns the skin. And you should also be careful when swimming because jellyfish have very long tentacles that you may not see in the water. Come on, I'm going to show you a little bit more about jellyfish. Mr. Whoops, you are immediately required in the control room.
Well, if I can't eat these transparent desserts, at least tell me what jellyfish feed on.
Well, if you look there, you'll see they eat plankton. In fact, they fish with their tentacles and capture their food with them. They then move the food towards their mouths.
What? But I thought they only ate crumbs that were floating in the water.
Those crumbs are, in fact, a range of tiny little animals and minuscule algae. But that's all they need.
Oh, did you see that? A mini jellyfish. Is it a baby?
Reproduction amongst jellyfish is a very complicated affair. In fact, jellyfish actually lay eggs.
Which in turn lay baby jellyfish.
Not so fast there, Whoops. Larvae hatch from these eggs.
Which turn into baby jellyfish.
Not quite. These larvae go and fix themselves onto rocks.
And the rocks turn into baby jellyfish?
No. The larvae then come into bud and finally the little jellyfish detach themselves from the rock.
Right. I think I got that.
Really?
Yes, of course. Oh, wow, look at that big blue one. They look like blue umbrellas. But how are they able to move around like that?
They are invertebrates, which means that they have no bones or skeleton of any kind.
Get away. So there's nothing inside?
Well, there is. They are mostly made up of water, but under the skin there is also a jelly-like elastic substance.
OK, so it's a huge sticky pudding, apart from the fact that you can't eat it. Life just isn't fair. There's still a vanilla pudding left in the fridge, no? Lunchtime!
He'll never change. Anyway, see you soon, Earthlings.
So, Addy, what is a jellyfish?
It's an aquatic animal that is almost transparent, but you must never touch one as you risk having your skin burnt by it.
I am the shell monster!
What's wrong with you, Whoops? Have you turned into a hermit crab?
No, I'm not a tiny little crab at all. I'm Whoops, the walking, talking shell monster.
You know that legs really do come out of shells, don't you?
Legs?
Well, if there's a hermit crab inside.
Hello? Mr. Hermit? Are you in there? Huh? There's nothing there.
If there were, you'd have already seen his legs.
So how do you know this Mr. Hermit?
Well, I've actually met him and others like him on the French coasts.
Well, if they're all called Mr. Hermit, that might be a bit difficult.
The hermit crab is a kind of crustacean which lives in empty shells and often in whelk shells.
Doesn't he have his own house?
No, he always tries to find an empty shell so that he can turn it into his own home.
But what about the others? You know, prawns and crayfish and crabs. Why don't they all need a home?
Because they all have a shell. But the hermit crab doesn't have a shell on its stomach, so it protects itself with someone else's.
Oh, cheeky little thing, isn't he?
Come on, let me show you how all this works. So you see, even though he has his house on his back, that still doesn't stop him from escaping from danger.
I see. But what happens if he does get caught?
Then he hides inside and blocks the entrance with his pincers.
So he's holed up all alone in his house, and that's why he's like a hermit.
Well, in reality, the hermit crab doesn't live totally alone. More often than not, he teams up with the sea anemone, which sticks to the shell.
Like this?
Yes, if you like, except that the sea anemone acts as a kind of extra shield.
There you are. You're hidden.
Furthermore, the anemone has got poisonous tentacles which protect the hermit crab from predators.
Now, that's all very well, but when our friend Mr. Hermit grows up, his house is going to be too small for him, isn't it?
That's right. But at that point in time, he just looks for a bigger shell and then moves in there.
What about the anemone? Does he just abandon it?
Not at all. He grabs the anemone with his pincers and puts it onto the new house.
Well, that's fine for Mr. Hermit, but what's in it for the anemone?
It's a kind of partnership. In return for protecting the hermit crab, the anemone benefits from all the food the crab eats. In fact, it eats all of his leftovers.
Which reminds me, I'm hungry. Come on, Mr. Hermit, take me to the kitchen.
Yeah, I could just tuck into a whoops crab sandwich. Tasty.
Whoops, what? You know what? I just lost my appetite.
See you, Earthlings.
Yes, goodbye, friends. Addy, what's a hermit crab?
It's a crustacean that finds empty seashells and turns them into its own home.
Addy, do you know any kinds of fish that are really strange?
Of course, certain species are totally original.
For example, the sea pancake.
Sorry, the sea pancake?
Yes, the sea pancake. There's one. Look!
Oh, well, that's a ray, whoops. And whilst we're on the subject, do you know why all rays are flat?
Well, if you really must know, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, logically, rays are flat because their skeletons are like that, all flat. But what is interesting is that their skeletons are made entirely of cartilage.
Of what?
Cartilage is like bone, but it's soft, rather like rubber. For example, our nostrils are made of cartilage, and this cartilage skeleton gives the ray its incredible suppleness.
Okay.
But the fact that rays are flat also means that they can bury themselves under the sand at the bottom of the sea.
So, they're not so much sea pancakes as berry pancakes.
Oh, very good, whoops.
So, to sum up, they bury themselves in the sand, which gets absolutely everywhere, and then it itches and annoys you and is not very nice. But apart from that, why do they do it?
Well now, in fact, there are two main reasons.
Mr. Addy, if we could have your first reason, please.
Calm down and look. Rays bury themselves in the sand to hide from predators, mainly sharks. What's the matter? Did I say something silly?
Next reason!
Right. Well, the other reason why rays hide in the sand is because it allows them to lie in wait. Incidentally, did you know that rays and sharks are in fact distant cousins?
Hey, well, that's a nice bit of family spirit there, isn't it? The sharks tucking into old Cousin Ray?
Oh, so you're back then?
I am back.
So what are you going to do with that?
Well, I've said too many silly things, so I've decided to tape up my mouth.
Perfect! Right, as I was saying, rays and sharks are distant cousins, and they have various things in common. Their skeletons are not made out of bone like ours, but out of cartilage, as we have just mentioned. What's more, the ray and the shark have the same kind of teeth, several rows of very pointed teeth going right to the back of their mouths. Don't worry, rays feed on small fish, crabs, prawns and shellfish. They would never eat a whoops.
I didn't realise it would stop me from breathing.
You sound like a dog panting like that.
Hang on, I am not a dog.
OK, whoops. Now look. One species, the blue-spotted fantail ray, has a secret weapon. At the end of its tail is a kind of poisonous needle.
Ah, charming.
The venom it injects is very painful. It can cause burns and paralysis to the area it stings.
Great. And I could really murder a pancake all of a sudden.
Oh, whoops. See you, Earthlings!
Addy, why are all rays flat?
They are all flat so that they can hide under the sand. They can hunt without being seen and also avoid being hunted themselves.
And 1, and 2, and 3.
Now let me guess, you've turned into a crustacean?
Huh? Well, if you're gonna get funny with me, I'll go, okay?
I was talking about crustaceans, whoops, like crabs and crayfish, for example.
Ah, so you saw how I was walking like a crab. Well, keep watching, okay? And with my antennae as well, right?
You're mixing up two animals there, whoops. Look, you can see that the crab has very small antennae. It's the crayfish that has the bigger ones.
I see. Well, anyway, these antennae aren't very practical. I don't want them anymore.
But they have solid antennae, covered with little tiny spines, just like on its shell. They act both as an attack and a defence mechanism.
Ah, yes. That's not bad like that, is it? So, what do crabs do to defend themselves, Addy?
What do you think?
My antennae? Hey! Hey, my antennae!
Crabs can bury themselves in the sand to escape from any predators. These are mainly big fish.
Oh, so they're like a kind of periscope in a submarine, then?
Right, able-bodied seaman, whoops. Now then, do you think you could move around as fast as a crab does?
Well, if it's a running sideways game, I've tried and it isn't that much fun.
Yet crabs can move very quickly that way. Crabs can reach speeds of up to 7 feet per second. In comparison, that would be like you doing the 100 yards in 2 seconds.
Wow!
Let's see how the crab is made. Behind the pincers, it has 4 pairs of legs, and behind them, a small stomach folded under its body. That gives it a special balance and allows it to walk sideways. It's a bit like if I had 4 feet to walk to the right and 4 feet to walk to the left.
So you'd have 8 legs!
And a pair of pincers. Now look, a crayfish has a very big stomach under its shell.
I really don't know why you're looking at me like that. And anyway, that stomach doesn't seem to bother them at all, does it?
That's true. And there's something else you should know. The crayfish can fill its stomach in one go and then jump backwards.
Oh, that sounds great. I want to try.
No, whoops, don't.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Well, okay. I'd better eat something right away.
And talking of eating, did you know that in Brittany, crabs are considered to be little sea genies who tell the fish whether to eat the fisherman's bait or not?
Right. Well, as for me, I'm off to find some chocolate biscuits. Without any bait.
See you, Earthlings. I better follow Whoops before he eats the lot.
So, what's the difference between crabs and crayfish?
The crab has a pair of pincers and a small stomach that allows it to run very quickly over sand. The crayfish has a large stomach, big antennae and a shell covered with little spines to defend itself.
Watch out! Sorry, I was just doing some training. So, what's happening today then?
Today, we're going to talk about turtles. How do sea turtles live?
Wonderful! That's just my cup of tea.
Turtles are reptiles, just like snakes and lizards. That means they are cold-blooded animals. Their bodies are at the same temperature as the water. So if the thermometer reads 17 degrees centigrade, for example, a turtle's body would be at 17 degrees centigrade too.
Oh, wowee! They're enormous! If I had a turtle in my aquarium, it would take up my entire bedroom.
Listen, Whoops, there are 250 different kinds of turtles. Those from your aquarium are a species which live close to rivers. In contrast, the turtle we are looking at now only lives in the sea. They can grow up to 5 feet long as an adult and weigh 500 pounds.
But it's not very pretty, is it? And its shell is in a bit of a state.
Yes, but that's only because it is very old. Turtles can live for more than 100 years. What's more, turtles are very tough. They were around at the same time as the dinosaurs and are one of the oldest animals on Earth.
Interesting. Well, maybe I'll ask for a shell for my birthday then.
OK. Now look. This is the leatherback turtle, the biggest kind of sea turtle. It can measure up to 7 feet in length and weigh almost half a ton. And in fact, here's one who's just about to lay her eggs on the beach. Look.
What's she doing?
She's digging to hide her eggs. She lays about 100, covers up the hole completely, and then leaves.
Hey? What? She abandons them?
Let's just say they're left to fend for themselves. The eggs stay in the sand for 2 months, and then one fine day, little turtles crawl out and head for the sea.
And what do sea turtles eat?
They're crazy about squid and any other animals that haven't got a skeleton. They even eat jellyfish. And do you know what the turtle's #1 predator is?
I don't know. Man?
Well done, Whoops. Good guess. Even though hunting them is prohibited, some people continue to do so for their shells and their meat.
We must stop them! This is a job for Super Whoops!
Luckily, there are lots of people already protecting them.
Oh, good. So I can carry on with my training then.
See you later, Earthlings.
Addy, how do sea turtles live?
Sea turtles are cold-blooded animals. They eat squid and jellyfish and can live for up to 100 years.
Your turn, Addy. Guess what animal I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of... dolphin?
How'd you do that? Oh, you cheat!
Just a lucky guess, Whoops. But next time, you shouldn't choose the animal that is right in front of you.
OK.
My dear friends, do you know why the dolphin is so well known?
No one knows why. You can carry on.
The dolphin is an exceptional animal and is especially renowned for its intelligence. But right now, let's check out a few basic facts about this mammal. And I did mean to say mammal.
But you didn't say it very well. You should say mammal.
Yes, there is a double M. Thank you, Whoops. As I was about to say, dolphins breathe air, just like humans. This is why they come up to the surface so often, so they can get some air.
Before diving down again to the bottom of the sea holding their breath, if you don't mind.
Yes, in fact, the dolphin can spend 15 minutes underwater. More proof we have that the dolphin is in fact a mammal is that mother dolphins give milk to their babies and carry them for 12 months. And the babies can swim just after being born.
OK. Now, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can remember. Yes, that's it. I am a mammal too.
Absolutely right. An extraterrestrial mammal.
And what do dolphins eat, Addy?
They feed on squid, prawn and small fish. Ah, now look, there's a superb adult dolphin.
Size?
About 7.5 feet.
Weight?
Around 220 pounds.
Teeth?
Between 80 and 110 teeth running all the way along its snout.
All right, that's pretty good. But what makes it intelligent?
Well, its brain is very big compared to its size.
And do dolphins have their own language?
Language? We're not completely sure about this yet, but dolphins do make very complex sounds, which could make up a language.
Great! Is there anything else?
Dolphins use a kind of sonar to find their prey. It's a similar system to a submarine's.
But that doesn't make them more intelligent.
That's true, but we've just learnt that a dolphin can turn off its sonar when it doesn't want to be caught.
So, in fact, it's just like a real submarine on a top-secret mission.
Finally, there are many stories of dolphins saving humans.
Let's have a story! Let's have a story! Let's have a story!
In 1993, a baby that fell overboard was saved by a dolphin. The dolphin put the baby on its head and pushed it some 20 miles back to the beach. Shh. Until next time, Earthlings.
Is the dolphin clever?
A dolphin's level of intelligence is very high compared to other marine animals, and there are certain scientists who even think dolphins can talk. So, Whoops, what do you think of all these fish, then?
They've got really pretty colours. Oh, they remind me of sweets.
You know, Whoops, these colours are not just to look pretty.
Is that right? So, what are all these colours used for, then?
Most importantly, for one thing, thanks to their colour, these blue surgeonfish can recognise each other.
Wow, that fish is funny. He looks as though he's got a beak.
And that's why he's called a parrotfish. This one has got really bright colours. Yellow, blue, green, so he's a male. A female would be more green in colour.
But with bright colours like that, any predator would see them a mile off.
That's why they stay in the coral reefs, where they're better protected than in the open sea.
Well, they could have chosen less bright colours, couldn't they? No?
In fact, fish who live in the open sea are more neutral in colour. They have a darker back and a lighter stomach.
That's logical. Their stomachs can't get a tan when they're swimming.
No, it's used for camouflage. Look at these sharks. Seen from below, they look really pale, and you would think it was just the light from the surface of the water. And from above, they look darker, so they're camouflaged against the deep blue sea.
What about him? He looks like a patterned carpet.
It is, in fact, a carpet shark. He tends to stay at the bottom of the sea, and because of his colours, he's perfectly camouflaged.
That's nice, but I prefer the fish that are coloured like sweeties.
Well, they live in the coral reefs, which are much more brightly coloured than the open sea. But their colours could also protect them in another way.
Not if everyone wanted to eat sweets, it wouldn't.
I've a feeling we're going to go to the control room via the kitchen. Looks like someone's hungry.
Oh, right. So all this is making you peckish too, then? That's better.
Look at this lovely butterfly fish.
Isn't it a bit strange to try and disguise yourself as a butterfly to protect yourself?
It's got a black stripe which hides its real eyes, and near its tail, it's got a black mark which looks like a big eye.
Don't look at me like that. I'm disguised as an Indian brave. I don't look anything like a butterfly. Oh, that one there. He's really funny. Does he always play hide and seek in the anemones?
It's a clownfish. He's protected against other fish by the anemone's tentacles.
And those funny colours, are they to make the anemones laugh?
In fact, these colours attract certain fish, which the anemones like to eat. The clownfish gets to eat what's left. Its colours could also frighten away predators of the anemones too.
And me, I scare you like this, don't I?
I think it's only the fridge that is scared of you. See you next time, Earthlings.
Why have fish got different colours?
Colours on fish can help them recognise each other, or they could be used as camouflage or to trick predators so they can escape easily. Come on, Whoops. You know we're here to look at everything in the ocean. This isn't a race course.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I've just seen some fish with horse heads. Look, over there. There's a horse.
Oh, I see. That isn't a horse. That's a seahorse.
Really? I didn't know that horses could swim in the sea like that. Although, I suppose they can. I mean, you do see horses everywhere.
Very good, Whoops. Look at this seahorse.
There, you see? It does have a horse's head.
Well, it is true to say that it looks like a horse.
So they are horses that live underwater, are they? What kind of things do they eat?
Well, they are not horses. They are definitely fish, but instead of having scales, they have small bony plates. They also have a snout through which they breathe in the plankton, the minuscule animals that float in the water.
So how do they manage to gallop around underwater?
But Whoops, they are just fish. How on earth do you think they can gallop?
Well, it'd be hard with just one leg, I suppose.
That's not a leg. It looks a little bit like a caterpillar, but is in fact a tail.
Well, that's just not practical.
In order to swim, the seahorses let themselves be carried along by the currents. And if you look closely, they have tiny little fins to direct themselves.
Well, all the same, it would be easier if they had a couple of pairs of legs.
Seahorses use their tails to attach themselves to algae. In fact, they swim vertically, but by gently wriggling their tails, they can move in the direction they want.
But you You can hardly see them anymore.
This is their camouflage from potential predators, the main one being the trumpet fish.
I'm the same. I can hide myself as well.
You might need to work on that, Whoops. But by using its tail, the seahorse can attach itself to almost anything to stop it from being washed away by the currents.
Look at him. Reckons he's some kind of Tarzan.
You never know. They may be a kind of king of the underwater jungle.
Oh, they even attach themselves to each other.
That is the seahorse's nuptial dance before mating.
Do they lay loads of eggs?
Absolutely. But in the case of the seahorse, it is the male who carries the eggs.
Like this, you mean?
Sort of. In fact, the seahorse has a little pocket on its stomach where the eggs grow whilst being totally protected. And after 4 weeks, they hatch.
Making mini seahorses.
They are obviously very small, barely more than a centimetre. The adult seahorses grow to between 4 and 15 centimetres.
For once in my life, I don't feel as if I'm the smallest thing around.
See you next time, Earthlings.
What is a seahorse, Addy?
It is a small elongated fish covered in tiny bony plates and with a head that is similar in form to a horse's head.
What is that out there?
What do you think it is? Whoops, have you ever heard of the humpback whale?
What? Hang on a moment, Addy. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves now? First of all, we have to say that the blue whale is the biggest of all animals.
But everybody knows that. Look, from the smallest to the biggest ones, we have the rorqual whale, which grows to a maximum length of 10 metres, the grey whale, which can grow up to 15 metres, the humpback whale, 16 metres, and the blue whale, which is the biggest, at 30 metres and weighs up to 150 tonnes, the same weight as 2,000 adults.
But there is something to bear in mind. Whales are not fish. They are, in fact, mammals.
Exactly, Whoops. And what differentiates seaborne mammals from fish is that mammals get their oxygen from the air, just like we do, whereas fish take it from the water that they swallow.
So you're saying they spend all of their lives holding their breath?
And at this sport, they are the champions. They can spend just over half an hour underwater without breathing.
And then they only come up to the surface to sneeze, don't they?
Whoa, 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 Whoops. I thought you were following all this. When they come up to the surface, they expel all the remaining air in their lungs through their blowholes before inhaling again and diving once more.
Their what?
Their blowhole. It's the whale's nose, except it is located on top of their backs.
Help! Help! Storm at sea!
No, Whoops, look out there. It's a humpback whale.
That is just not on.
Do you know what they eat?
They eat very fat whoopsies. You told me earlier.
Oh, yeah, right. They eat something called krill. These are microscopic animals that can be found in seawater. Whales do not have teeth. Instead, they have enormous filters shaped like combs and which are called pennants. While swimming along, they open their mouths as wide as possible and fill them full of seawater. Then they close their jaws, expel the water, leaving just the krill.
Oh, Addy, that reminds me of my cereal eating technique.
I dread to think.
Oh, it's very simple. First, take a big bowl full of milk. Second, pour in make that 2 packets of your favourite cereal. Third, stick your head in the milk with your mouth wide open and chuck in.
Very good. Thank you, Whoops. Now, why don't you come with me? We're going to follow that humpback whale that brushed against us just now. There it is.
How do we know it's a humpback whale?
We can recognise it because of the small lumps it has around its mouth and its immense 5-metre-long white fins. And what's more, humpback whales are excellent swimmers. They cover tens of thousands of miles every year. During winter months, they move towards the equator to reproduce, and in summer months, they are to be found closer to the poles where food is in plentiful supply.
Talking of which, I think it's time for us to eat. Kitchen, here I come. See you later, Earthlings. Hey! Was it you who closed the kitchen door?
Yeah, it was me. I decided we could go and catch our lunch today.
Oh, no! So, Addy, what's a humpback whale?
The humpback whale is a marine mammal. It is recognised by its huge white fins and the lumps around its mouth.
There's a fire out there!
A fire? An underwater fire? Now that's impossible, Whoops.
So what's going on out there then?
That's a shoal of tarpons.
Tarpons? What are they? Fish that eat batteries?
Look, the tarpon scales look like a set of mirrors that have been positioned side by side. They are very large and very flat.
Oh, so in fact, the tarpon does not produce any light itself. It simply reflects the light of the sun.
Exactly. Its scales are about 2 inches in size, unusually big. They are used to make jewellery.
Fish-scented jewels? Can't see that taking off somehow.
The last part of its dorsal fin is elongated too. What's more, its lower jaw is very forward in position, known as a protruding jaw.
Oh, doesn't exactly make him look intelligent, does it?
That's true. But you know what this fish does have that is truly remarkable, don't you? Well?
Personality?
No. Looking head-on, a tarpon's body is very thin.
Right, just like a mirror. OK, great. But what's so remarkable about that?
It is enormous. It can measure up to 7 feet in length and weigh about 350 pounds, which makes it the biggest in its family.
So? I'm the biggest in my family, but there's nothing remarkable about that.
Not quite, Whoops. We're talking about the family in the biological sense, of all similar species. For example, in the whale family, that would mean all the different whales. The blue whale, the humpback whale, the grey whale, and so on.
So, what family's the tarpon in, then?
It's the family of all fish with scales. Or put another way, practically every fish there is.
Right, I see what you mean. The white shark is bigger, but it has no scales and so does not belong to the tarpon family.
Excellent, Whoops. Tarpons live in the tropical waters that are to be found in and around the Atlantic.
So the tarpons like the sun, warm water, and eat until they weigh almost 350 pounds or so.
Which makes you a kind of tarpon, except that you're yellow and with legs. The tarpon is especially appreciated by fishermen, as it is an exceptional swimmer. They always put up a good fight and are really fit.
And what do they eat?
Their diet mainly consists of small fish and squid.
And so to lure them, do the fishermen use fake squid and fake little fish?
That's right. There are hundreds of different little baits just like that.
Well, that's another episode where I've really understood everything.
Well done, Whoops. I think you are the most intelligent member of your species.
Thanks very much. Huh? But I'm the only member of my species.
Catch you later, Earthlings.
See you next time. So, Addy, what is a tarpon?
The tarpon is the biggest of all fish with scales. It weighs 350 pounds and can reach up to 7 feet in length. Its scales are enormous and smooth, making it a kind of truly living mirror.
Addy, have I got the 64,000 sweetie question for you?
You're on.
Right then, why is the sea, blue?
Well,
Got you. You don't know. I've won the sweeties. I've won the sweeties. Payable with immediate effect, please.
well, do you know the answer, Whoops?
It's because the sky is blue.
Is the wrong answer. You've just lost all the sweets.
Hey,
Nom, nom.
isn't that right? No, I don't believe it. But when the sky is blue...
The sun is shining.
But the sun isn't blue. Anyway, isn't it the sun that makes the sea blue?
Sort of. It's the sun's rays making contact with the water. They're made up of the colours red, yellow, green and blue.
Oh, wow. That looks just like a laser beam.
When they hit the surface of the water, the sun's rays don't actually stop. They keep on penetrating more deeply into the water and then break down into different colours.
So it's like an underwater firework display.
The deeper any ray goes, the more of the colour it loses. The first colour to go is yellow, followed by red and then green. At the end, the only colour left is blue.
Wowee! That's magic!
Look at this. The water is not very deep, and so it's transparent because the light from the sun's rays have hardly lost any of their colours.
That's great, but if it were deep, then the sea will be blue in colour, right?
Exactly. Here, for example, the sea is deep and blue, and as it gets deeper, then the water becomes even darker.
OK. But what happens when we're underwater?
Good question, Whoops. Follow me. You see, at this depth, the water is very dark.
That's right, but it still has a little bit of blue.
Yes, but if I were to turn off our light, then the water becomes black. That's because light from the sun does not reach these depths.
Can you turn that back on, please? I'm not the best in darkened rooms, as you know.
So the key thing is to have a light source.
So I see. So, why do they talk of the Red Sea and the Black Sea, then?
In reality, there isn't just water in the sea. There are many other things that can make it change colour, like dirt or coral or sand. In the case of the Red Sea, it has a lot of red algae in it.
So, if I were to stick all my orange-coloured sweets in the sea, it would be called the Orange Sea.
I think the only place that could be called the Orange Sea is your stomach, don't you?
Yes.
But don't eat all the sweets in one go, all right? Catch you next time, inhabitants of the Blue Planet.
So, Addy, why is the sea blue?
Because the deeper the water is, the more it absorbs the colours of the sun's rays, until there is only blue left.
It looks like a forest under the sea, Addy.
It's a coral reef.
And the corals live together.
In fact, colonies of sponges, corals and anemones do exist, but I wouldn't say they live together as such.
So what about fish? Do they live alone or in groups?
Many fish are solitary creatures. Just look at that nurse shark, for example.
Maybe it's chasing some fish and it's all alone because it wants them all for itself.
Not necessarily. Look at that group of sharks hunting together to catch fish.
It looks like they're too busy fighting with each other to catch anything.
Well, you don't need to fight about anything, because all you have to do is open the fridge.
Yes, but there's so much choice. I can't decide between caramel cream, chocolate cream, honey...
Just take a look at how the parrotfish work. You see, they're looking for food together.
So, do you think if one of them found a fridge full of puddings, he'd tell the others?
Yes, They are much more efficient at finding food if they look together.
So, Addy, if I found a fridge full of puddings, should I tell you?
Yes, but you could tell me before you scoff the lot, Whoops.
Oh, really? As if I'd ever do such a thing.
You see those white mullets that have just grouped together? Well, we call a group like that a shoal of fish.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to show you something. Addy, come with me. Look! Here's a shoal of whoops!
Sometimes I don't know why I bother. Here is a shoal of grunts.
These fish look a bit yellow. Are you sure they aren't ill?
No, it's just that colour helps them to group together to make shoals.
Why do they group in shoals?
Apart from looking for food, they group together to reproduce and to protect themselves.
Together we fight.
Exactly.
You see that? They look like soldiers on parade. They all moved at the same time.
Keep up, Whoops. We're now going through a shoal of snappers.
Ah, it's amazing. A real army of fish.
Each fish reacts by looking at each other and copying what the others are doing.
But don't they just bump into each other all the time?
In fact, when two fish touch, they receive a signal which is transmitted to the next one and to the next one. That's how they communicate.
Like this, for example? Did you get a signal?
No, I really don't understand.
Ah, you know! That means we've got to go to the kitchen soon. You don't understand how Whoops works at all.
See you next time, Earthlings.
So why do fish often live in groups?
The formation of shoals in many species of fish is linked to the search for food, reproduction and protection.
He's going to eat me! Oh, it was just a dream.
More like a nightmare.
Bah! I was dressed as a chicken and an enormous sea crocodile was trying to eat me. Silly me. Sea crocodiles don't exist, do they?
They do. Sea crocodiles do exist. Look here. Sea crocodiles live near beaches and river mouths, but they sometimes go as far as the open sea. They're the biggest kind of crocodiles. They're normally 20 feet long. That's the size of a limousine. And they can weigh up to a ton.
I see. They are indeed the most dangerous of all the crocodiles.
It's a cold-blooded animal, which means that its body temperature is the same as the water or air temperature that surrounds it. Its nostrils and eyes are situated on top of its snout, which allows it to both swim and breathe while observing its prey. Did you know the biggest one ever found was almost 27 feet long? That's the width of a tennis court.
And how many teeth has this animal got?
It's got around 60, but they are constantly being renewed. In its lifetime, a crocodile could use up to 3,000 teeth.
Sounds to me like a real-life shredding machine.
Actually, its pointed teeth only serve to hold on to its prey. A crocodile hardly ever chews. It swallows its prey whole, and its stomach does the rest.
That's silly, so it doesn't even bother to taste it.
Yes, but the advantage is that once it has swallowed a large enough prey, it doesn't have to eat for several months.
But those poor crocodiles have missed the point. It's much more interesting to eat as often as possible and to chew as long as possible.
You would say that, greedy guts.
Poof! So, what makes a crocodile such an awesome predator then, Addy?
Well, let's see. It has powerful teeth, and thanks to its long and muscular tail and its webbed feet, it's also a very good swimmer.
It's what feet?
It's webbed feet.
So, you're saying on the ground a crocodile is far less dangerous than in the sea?
No, be careful. On land, it can still run quite fast, over a short distance.
Either way, we should try not to get caught up in its teeth.
Certainly not. Look.
Oh, no! It's eating that sea crab as if it were a bag of crisps. Ugh.
Ah, yes, it swallows everything, including the shell and the pincers.
What a terrible sight.
That's right. But that's nature. Animals don't give each other presents.
What? What about the bouquet of algae I gave you last Christmas, then? Didn't you like them? Huh?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'd forgotten. Thanks again, my little whoops. They smelled great. Bye, Earth friends.
So, Addy, is it true sea crocodiles exist?
Yes, indeed. They are the biggest kind of crocodile. In general, they are about 20 feet long and weigh a ton. They can live up to 100 years.
What is on the menu today then, please, my dear Addy?
Well, today I would like to recommend the grouper in its own ocean sauce.
Oh, yeah. Sounds delicious. What is a grouper?
Take a look. Here we have a grouper. It is a large bony fish that lives in the Mediterranean.
And how large is large?
Well, the grouper can reach just over 5 feet in length and weigh up to 140 pounds.
Oh, right. That's a pretty big fish, then.
Colour-wise, it is chocolate brown with yellow marks.
Yes. Bananas, chocolate for dessert.
Look! There's a grouper swimming right in front of us.
Wow! Well, he doesn't seem to be on top form today.
No, that's true. But the grouper never looks very sprightly. In fact, he acts that way to trick his prey. He's actually capable of a lightning attack.
And who would his poor prey be?
Cuttlefish, octopus, squid and small fish. And like all hunting fish, the grouper has some fairly formidable weapons, namely its eyes. It has a very developed sense of sight and can even hunt at night. Also, it has a very good sense of smell, thanks to the small cavities that are situated just above its mouth. It also has a kind of line that runs the length of its body, which allows it to detect movements thanks to the vibration and variation in water pressure.
Wow! That's a pretty impressive mouth as well. I reckon he could get at least 3 packets of biscuits in there at the same time.
Its mouth is lined with small teeth that are turned inwards, which means that once something is in there, there's no way out. But the grouper has a real surprise. From its birth to the age of 5, the grouper is a baby. From 5 to 12 years, it is female. And in its 12th year...
It explodes?
No, it changes sex. The grouper becomes a male for the rest of his life.
Well, how about that for a trick? That's just crazy. And how long can they live for?
40 or 50 years.
Not bad for a dessert. All right, then. I think I'll have the grouper in its ocean sauce as a main. And for dessert, what do you recommend?
I'll bring you the menu, sir.
Great.
Bye, Earthlings. See you soon.
Enjoy your meal. Right then, Addy, what does a grouper look like?
The grouper is a large fish with small scales. It measures up to 5 feet in length and can weigh up to 140 pounds. It is mainly found in the Mediterranean. So how was your swim? Was the water nice?
The water was nice, but boy, was it salty.
Do you know why the water is salty, Whoops?
Well, I was actually just wondering why it wasn't sugary. That would be much better all round.
Take a look. Many years ago, in fact millions of years ago,
Before I was born.
not even dinosaurs had been born then. Volcanoes were constantly erupting and throwing gases and steam up into the atmosphere, making the air unbreathable.
Right, so not a very nice period in time then.
Absolutely. Anyway, all these gases and steam mixed together in the air and then fell back to Earth as rain.
But rainwater isn't salty.
Very true. But the rain which falls then cleans the ground and washes away any tiny particles.
But the rain doesn't wash away the rocks with it because they're far too heavy.
Absolutely right again. Rainwater takes away minuscule bits of rock, and it is these that form sea salt. In order for the rain to really erode the rock, it has to rain for millions of years.
Ha! Give me an umbrella in my hand and I'm happy.
Yes. So then the rain flows into the rivers, which in turn flow into the sea, carrying the salt as it goes. That's how the sea has slowly become salty.
But I thought that river water was fresh water.
It is. But water in lakes, in rivers and in streams all contain these little particles that give water a salty taste.
That water must be freezing.
Rivers and streams are constantly being renewed with pure water from springs. So salt does not have the opportunity to form, and it is only when this water reaches the sea that this salt transformation can take place.
Ah, but that's awful. That means that the sea is becoming saltier and saltier. I'll never swim in it again.
Don't worry, Whoops. Mother Nature's taken care of that. In fact, water cannot absorb salt beyond a certain limit, so all the excess salt that arrives in the sea is deposited at the bottom.
Psha! Is there anywhere less salty?
Unfortunately, for someone like you who really feels the cold, it's in the colder climes where the water is less salty.
That's just not fair. Why does that happen?
Because the warmer it is, the more the water evaporates, leaving the salt behind.
Oh, it's all too complicated.
Look, if you put a glass in a very hot place, part of the water is going to evaporate. There will always be the same amount of salt in the glass, but less water. Therefore, the water will taste saltier.
All that talk has made me incredibly thirsty.
Fancy a glass of seawater?
I don't think so. I'd rather have a fruit drink that has no salt.
Catch you next time, Earthlings!
So, Addy, why is the sea salty?
Because for millions of years, rainwater has carried minuscule particles of salt into the sea.